to show me both knees, cold eye wide. Hold me slowly, hide me so I can fight always. We can sing, we can make time. Old songs, blood and flame. You could be mine, but you got to show me both knees, skin and bone. Clothe me, throw me, food me so I can sell you life.
We put our first song on the internet just over a year ago, and at that point we had more or less half of the album written and recorded. So we're now in a place where everything's written and recorded, and we're just like getting it mixed at the moment. So really the pressure's off us in a sense and onto whoever's mixing it, you know. So we can just concentrate now on getting out and playing the songs to people, and yeah, and getting the live thing happening.
I can call you out if I feel low. I can feed your dirty mind like I know you are.
That pub no longer exists actually.
Yeah.
It's a pub called the Captain's Rest. It just happened to be the pub that we chose on that particular night, but it is true, we did decide that we were going to be a proper band.
Holy so I can sell you life. You can't get enough. Make it true believe.
I think most of the places I go are places to eat food. I don't try and not hang out in trendy bars too much. But I guess if anyone's visiting, there's a place called Nanakusa, which is like a nice Japanese food place. That's very nice. And Glasgow does really good curry. So there's a place called Mother India Cafe, which is also good if anybody wants to go there.
Yeah. There's a place called the Hanoi Bike Shop, just off Byres Road in the West End, which do kind of Vietnamese cuisine, like kind of Vietnamese street food style stuff. That is fantastic. Really love that place.
Okay. I don't leave the house.
Hallo, wir sind Chvrches aus Schottland. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber es ist nicht so gut. So Entschuldigung in advance.
I think there's definitely a very active music scene, but I don't think there's necessarily a sound that comes from there. I think that would be kind of a simplistic way of looking at it, like thinking all the bands kind of sound similar. I think there's definitely a lot of electronic stuff that's been happening of late. Like there's a guy called Meow Meow, which is quite interesting, and this thing called Lucky Me, which has quite a lot of bands on it. And they do kind of like releases and club nights and things like that. But then there's also a lot of alternative rock bands and folk stuff, and I think it's very diverse, which is always a strength. Nope,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, I think for a city of its size, Glasgow has a really diverse and really huge musical output. You know, everyone seems to be working on different projects, and you throw a stone down the street, you hit someone that's in a band, you know, it's like,
And then get sued.
run away.
Mia, I've come apart, you made me float like a pretty box. You're evil, so tired, so easy-eyed.
It's kind of an inspiration in a lot of ways, because they are two of the bands that have really become globally successful from our city, and they're an inspiration to anyone that's in a band in our city, because you know they've shown that it's possible to. We all remember those bands, so I certainly remember FRANZ FERDINAND playing in club nights and warehouses, 100 people, 150 people, and then, you know, however many years down the line they're playing headlining festivals. So I've got a huge amount of respect for both of those bands.
And both bands, they're great songwriters, both of them. You know, a lot of respect for what they do.
Bleed out. What the fuck were you thinking? We are gonna fall if you lead us nowhere. No wasted time.
Oh my god. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I mean, never say never, but I can't really see it. We're all in different places now. Campbell lives in Sydney. He also manages churches. Craig has got his own thing and he's studying, and Martin's got children, lives in London and has a job, and I don't know, I can't see it happening.